All right, chat. Without further ado, we got the bank heist of the century. Let's get it. Let's go.
Jenny is working the night shift at a cash depot in Sweden. She's counting banknotes, tons of money. But by now, it's just pieces of paper to her. Routine, really. Just like these headphones she and the others are wearing to block out the noise.
I'm going to tell you right now, number one, you could never trust me with this job. Ever. Like, if you trusted Carter Follian to count banknotes, your stash would be gone, depleted within milliseconds. Like, literally all it takes for someone in this position of this job is just like one day they're like, yeah, I'm just going to steal the money and run away. And you wouldn't know until the next day.
But suddenly, a new sound starts to creep in. Wait, is that a helicopter? This is
badass.
One of the most spectacular bank heists in history. Robbers will strike several locations across Sweden at the exact same time. The police will be outmatched.
We are in for a treat with this video. This is some Mission Impossible, like, what's that one movie called? Like Ocean's 11 type shit. Wow, we're in for a treat.
Authorities humiliated, and millions in cash will be stolen. The chase will lead investigators to Eastern Europe. And, of all things, a security camera at a local McDonald's will provide a crucial clue.
Oh, stop it. Death, taxes, and getting figured out because of McDonald's, bro. Also, I'm wondering, like, how heavy is millions of dollars in cash? Like, you have to be, like, prime Ronnie Coleman level strength to, like, carry that shit. How did they get away with all that?
Court documents to piece together how the Vestberga heist actually went down and who was really behind it.
Wow, this is like some like top tier, just like Christopher Nolan level production. I love it.
September 23, 2009. Spectacular robberies in Sweden have been making headlines for several years now, but this heist tops everything.
When do you guys think, genuine question, when do you guys think that heists are just like going to cease to exist? Like with the ever evolving situation like of modern technology, do you guys think we'll ever get to a point in time where like literally nobody is going to commit heists because like our technology is just so advanced? Like, it's like, if I compare today's technology, I still wouldn't commit a heist. I don't care, like, you know, what you tell me. I'm probably not doing it because I know I'm getting caught. Like, with the forensic shit they have going on and the cameras and, like all this other stuff, these security systems. Bro, I'm telling you, and I want your honest opinion for everyone watching right now, and if you're watching on YouTube later, please let me know. If you guys were thrown back into the 1800s and you, like, committed a robbery or some sort of crime, would you get away with it? Because I'm telling you right now, if I had to rob a bank in the 1800s, oh my God, there's no way I'm getting caught. I actually don't understand how you get caught. I don't even know if they got caught half the time. I feel like back then, the laws were like super loose. So it's like, if it looked like it was you or it seemed like it was you, I mean, you're just kind of at fault for it, I feel.
As the international press turns its attention to the small town of Vestberga, the authorities are clueless. How much money was stolen? How many robbers were involved? And why couldn't the police stop them? According to a Swedish daily newspaper, police didn't reach the cash depot until 30 minutes after the alarm was triggered.
Wow,
Meanwhile,
holy slow
the nearest
pokes.
police station is only a 15-minute walk away. What happened?
The police were in on it. I'm going to call it now. Before we watch the rest of this video, I guarantee you there's at least one police officer in on this. Has to be. 15-minute walk is what? Probably a 2-3 minute drive. It took them 30 minutes to get to a bank robbery. Are you kidding me? That's unheard of.
Official statements are vague. The security company that owns the cash depot stays quiet too. G4S is one of the largest security firms in the world. They install security systems and protect sites such as nuclear power plants in the US and even the Pentagon. Right before the end of the month, depots like this one are packed with cash, so people across Sweden can withdraw their salaries the moment the money arrives. A pretty good time to strike. So far, only one thing is clear. This is the first robbery in Sweden to use a helicopter.
Yeah, where the fuck are they getting a helicopter from? So, like, as soon as they bring in the aspect of a helicopter, bro, that's how you know this shit's, like, high-level crime. Like, these guys aren't, like, rookies. Like, you know, you guys know the Louvre jewels that were sold a while ago? I think those guys, I think they were, like, intermediate criminals. Like, I don't think they were, like, too professional high tier because, like, I don't know. I feel like they could have done a little bit better. I mean, they got away. Fuck. I think there's still some out there. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is there not, like, a couple of those guys still out there? I think a few of them got arrested and caught, but a few of them, like, got away, I think. I don't know.
A Bell 206. It's a relatively small, light chopper, one of the best-selling models ever. It can carry 5 people, including the pilot, but it isn't built for heavy loads.
I was gonna say.
A well-known Swedish criminologist speculates that the robbers could have stolen up to 1 billion kroner from the depot. Back then,
1 billion kroner? Bro, what is that? Like, that's got to be at least $100 USD.
about $130 million. Helicopter
Wow.
experts, on the other hand, say that carrying that much cash, it should have crashed.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So
how, did they
how
steal
the
that much
hell
money?
did they pull this off? September 23, the early morning hours. Mittinge, a small town known for its sea views and peaceful atmosphere.
God, September 23rd, 2009. So this was like 22 years ago. That's crazy. What's even crazier is this isn't even like the worst thing to ever happen in September. Damn.
Is asleep. Alongside holiday homes, the town also has a hangar, housing these 2 helicopters. They belong
All right. I'm going to ask a really idiotic question really quick. I'm sorry I keep pausing. How the fuck do you get out of the hangar with this? Let me just rewind. How do we get the helicopters out of this hangar? Someone riddle me that. I don't think there's, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think hangars like open up like domes, right? Like there's, like, do you push the helicopter? Like, or do you fly the helicopter? Someone let me know. Maybe they like wheel it out. Do helicopters have wheels? Probably not.
housing these 2 helicopters. They belong to the Stockholm police.
They
And this
took a
man sneaking
police
through the bushes
helicopter?
has his eye on them. Under each arm, he's carrying a plastic box.
Stop.
The man places the first box in front of the hangar. Then he moves to the back and places the second one.
Oh, he blew the doors
Then he
open.
returns to the hangar's entrance and pulls out a hatchet. He smashes the numbered entry pad several times.
Never mind.
Finally, he disappears back into the darkness. And then, nothing happens. The man walks to the nearest bus stop and gets rid of his gear. His part of the job is done. Now it's up to
Wait,
the others.
what? I'm already lost.
Back at the depot. Down here, Jenny and her colleagues are counting cash.
Oh.
Up here,
Okay, I think before we continue, you know I'm just yapping here. Nobody gives a fuck what I think. But I think what they're doing with that is that he's setting that up so that the police can't leave using their helicopters. I thought they were going to grab a police helicopter and then go commit the robbery. I'm pretty sure he was just putting that shit there so that the police, like, once they do the robbery with their helicopter that's not at that hangar, like, the police can't chase after them in helicopter.
a Bell 206 barrels toward the building. With remarkable precision, it lands on the roof, perfectly positioned between the glass pyramid and the edge.
Dude, they've always
3
got some
people jump
fuck-ass
out.
glass pyramids
One
like
is
this in
carrying a
these
submachine gun. Another runs straight toward the pyramid and swings a huge sledgehammer at the glass. Again and again. Meanwhile, his accomplice calmly unloads his gear. Explosives, climbing ropes, and mailbags. 2 ladders are attached to the helicopter's skids. The robbers detach one of them and set it down beside the chopper.
Damn, these
After a
guys
few
are
more swings,
professionals,
the glass
bro.
gives
This
way.
is so badass.
The helicopter lifts off. The robbers enter the building.
I'm also really surprised at that glass. Like, I don't know exactly what building this is. I think it's a bank. Correct me if I'm wrong. But how is that glass even breakable? You know what I mean? Like shit like this, bro. It's like, what are we doing?
Yenny's boss spots them. He knows they're coming for the counting room, so he rushes back and yells,
Secure the money.
Is that Bill Clinton?
then he triggers the alarm and calls building security. Yenny still doesn't fully clock what's going on, but her boss's instructions are clear. The cash has to be locked away in these cages, made of reinforced steel, secured with padlocks.
This might be a crazy take on this. I'm gonna be honest. If I was in this situation, right, and I'm a bank worker and I know that we're getting robbed by these guys with weapons, I am saying, fuck the cash. I am leaving. Like, I want nothing to do with what is about to transpire in this building. I promise you, I am not wasting my life on some government-insured money that, if it gets robbed, we'll just get back anyways. Like, no need to increase shareholder value here. Like, I don't know. I'm not risking my life for it.
It's still quiet at the police station, about a 10-minute drive from Vestberga. Inspector Guran Palm is about to finish his shift. He's waiting for his colleague to take over. When suddenly, the alarm sounds. Immediately, Inspector Palm rushes to his car. A colleague jumps in after him. They're told that the alarm came from the G4S cash depot. Helicopter, armed men, on the roof. Palm speeds toward the scene. He feels like he's starring in a Hollywood movie.
Something. They have to.
Soon, they're closing in on the depot when Palm spots something on the road. The officers jump out of the car to find out what just happened. Chains
Spike trap. Yup.
stretched across the entire road
Good
and
right,
studded
Carter.
with spikes. The robbers are inside the building now. They set up a ladder to climb up to...
Yo, how fun would this be, like, planning a robbery? Like, these guys are obviously professionals. I've said it 3 times already. But, like, I feel like if I was ever involved in planning something this elaborate and intricate and, like, daredevilish, dude, I'd just be giggling the whole time. Okay, so you guys are going to land on the roof, and then we're going to have spike traps on the road, and I'd be like, hee, like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face. Especially if I was in the building doing this, I would just be, like, dicking around.
the 6th floor. The main vault where the money is usually stored is on the 2nd floor, but the counting room is up here. To get there, this glass pane needs to go. Hitting it with a sledgehammer doesn't work, so the robber uses explosives. He presses a bomb made of dynamite against the glass, connects a wire, and detonates it.
That's what I'm saying, like, one of the bank workers gotta be in on this.
They enter the office and smash through this simple door. Now, just a single steel door separates the robbers from the cash depot's staff.
Not an RPG.
In the counting room, the staff is still frantically securing the money.
RPG would have been crazy.
When they hear the explosion, they panic. The team leader has been trained for a lot of things.
If my life was on the line and Bill Clinton was leading me to death while everything else around me was exploding, I think that might be the worst way to go out. You're fighting for government-insured money, and you're literally looking at the supreme leader leading you out.
But not for this. Then there's another explosion. The robbers are trying to get through the door. The explosion mangles the metal around the handle, but it stays intact. But after a third explosion, smoke enters the room.
Uh-oh.
The staff needs to get out of here, fast.
Give it to
The
the
team
force.
leader orders everyone into the main vault on the 2nd floor. They leave the room through a secondary exit, take the stairs down several floors,
Nice.
and enter an airlock
Good
just
rotates,
outside the main
guys.
vault.
Good rotates.
The airlock is designed for one person. Now 14 people have to squeeze inside.
It's over. I like the rotation. I don't like this map knowledge, though. They had the rotation down, but they didn't have the map knowledge to know that the airlock container, whatever it's called, only can hold one person. Why the fuck would it only be able to hold one person now that I'm thinking about it? That might be like the dumbest design. I think there's too many design flaws with this bank. I think we should reconsider who we're hiring to design banks. I mean, because whoever designed this shit is obviously not competent.
Including a pregnant woman.
Oh, no.
In this
there's a
hermetically
baby?
sealed room, there's no cell reception.
Gosh.
The group leader can't call building security or anyone else. And the door to the vault won't open. They're stuck. Their colleagues in the
damn.
vault room are also panicking. Building security has instructed them to keep the airlock door closed. They have no visual on the robbers. Maybe they're even hiding among the employees in the airlock. It's so cramped in here that no one can move.
Oh, I didn't even think
The air
about
is stuffy, the heat almost unbearable. Yenny's colleague struggles to pull out a photo of her daughter. If the robbers want to get into the vault by blowing their way through the airlock, no one here will survive. Meanwhile, the robbers have entered the counting room. They carve into the cage's padlocks with a buzzsaw.
Dude, where are they getting all these tools from? Helicopter, explosive, ladders and rope is pretty basic, but a saw? Dude, this is like next level. Like, this literally is like Ocean's 11 real life shit.
The locks are gone within seconds. While they're packing, they seem oddly calm, as if they know that no one will catch them anytime soon. Robbing a place is a pretty unethical way to make money. But let's look at this list real quick.
Actually, I'd like to debate that really quick. I'm sorry, I keep pausing. I'd actually like to debate the fact that robbing a place actually may just be one of the most ethical ways to make money in the sense of, like, other illegal things. You guys know what I'm saying? I think robbing a bank, in my personal opinion, is actually way more ethical than doing anything else illegal in order to make a profit. Is that crazy to say? Like, is that an absolutely outrageous take? Because I feel, okay, it's like, you rob a bank, right? Whatever you rob, for the most part, almost always, is going to be government-insured money, and they're just going to get the money back anyways. Like, when you rob a bank, you're not robbing, like, the people who hold their money in that bank. You're essentially robbing the government. And, like, while I guess, like, you could say that's robbing other people because then they probably, like, you know, taxes and stuff like that. I don't know. But, like, you know, compared to selling drugs to get money, like, okay, that's way less ethical. You know what I mean? I think robbing a bank is actually one of the best ways to make money ethically in the sense when it comes to, like, illegal things, if that makes sense. I don't know. That might be a lukewarm take. That might be an ice cold take. I don't know.
Rural and barely making it. For this one, ethnic second city strugglers. Or our personal favorite, credit crunched city families. These are real marketing lists, full of vulnerable people to be targeted by predatory ads. Hey, we heard you broke. Worried about securing your kid's future? How about you try some gambling? Data brokers make these lists. They find out everything about you, how much money their customer moves. I don't want to be found in a... Always check progress. Use the credit. All around the depot, every access bike chains Palm drove into aren't the only ones. All around the depot, every access road is blocked by metal chains about 10 meters long. If a police car drove over one of these chains, its tires would instantly be sliced open.
I mean, I feel like that's an easy
The robbery's
fix.
been in progress for more than 15 minutes now. The helicopter's still circling above, meaning the robbers are still inside. Police request aerial support from the military, but the armed forces can't provide any aircraft. Instead, police helicopters are ordered in. We don't know exactly how, but Inspector Palm eventually gets close to the depot. He sets up a roadblock a few hundred meters away from the building. When Palm and his
Okay, so the guy who set those fucking briefcases down, they didn't even explode the hangar, so what was the point of putting those, like, explosives by the hangar? I thought the whole point of that was so that the police helicopters couldn't get out of the hangar and so they wouldn't be caught in the air. How did... I don't know. Let's watch. How about I shut the fuck up and find out?
Ask whether they're allowed to fire at the helicopter. The answer is a strict no. It's too dangerous. Instead, they're ordered to wait for the National Task Force.
How is it too
Palm
dangerous?
is frustrated. All he can do is stand there and wait.
Okay, someone riddle me this. How is it too dangerous? Seriously, someone answer that for me. They can't shoot at the helicopter because why? What the fuck are you talking about? It's too dangerous. There's no one on the roof, bro. Like, that's their only getaway option. If you shoot the helicopter and it can't go anywhere, like, it's flying over a city. Okay, I maybe understand that it's not, like, a viable option if the police officers had fucking stormtrooper aim. But, like, it's a big-ass helicopter on top of a building. Like, brother, just, like, unload a mag and it can't fly. It would crash into buildings? No, it wouldn't. The helicopter is sitting on the roof right now. Like, it's not moving. It's not, like, in the sky. Like, we're not just, like, guns a-blazing, like, flying through the sky. The helicopter is currently stationary on the roof.
Luckily, a police helicopter must already be on its way.
Wait,
or is it?
Wait.
At 5:30 in the morning,
lost.
Police officers...
I thought there was a police helicopter right there. Okay, my fault. Okay, now I look like an idiot. I see how this video is moving now. That's actually just straight tomfoolery. That's trickery, bro. I thought that police helicopter they were showing was a police helicopter, but I guess that was their helicopter. I don't know why their helicopter is just circle. I don't even know. I'm lost, bro. Let me just shut up.
There's admitting a receive an alert. Robbery ongoing. A helicopter is involved. Air support required. 2 officers race toward the hangar. Their helicopter was returned just hours earlier. They'll have it ready in 10 minutes and be over Vestberga 15 minutes after the alarm.
And then
but
Nagasaki.
At the entrance, they stop. Is that a bomb? There's no way they can reach the helicopter. And even if they could they really...
Bro, I guarantee you, if there was a suspicious briefcase like that in front of a police helicopter hangar, I doubt they were just standing over it like a couple feet away from it like, oh, I mean, what could it be? It's blinking red. I mean, Tom, what the fuck am I looking at? I doubt that's what they were doing, bro. They were probably nowhere near that thing.
Risk taking off in a fuel-filled helicopter next to explosives? The two officers have only one option: call in the bomb squad and wait at a safe distance. So the White Bell 206 keeps circling above the cash depot, unbothered.
Gosh, being on the bomb squad
the security
must be
team
like
watches as the intruders
crazy.
reappear in the courtyard and make their way toward the roof, carrying at least 7 bags. They hoist them up. The 3 men...
How do you even get a job on the bomb squad? May I ask that? Like, the bomb squad is like one of those things where it's like your job. I don't know how much they get paid. Let me actually look it up. Let me see. How much does a bomb squad member get paid? Oh my god! Average annual salary for a bomb squad member in the United States is about $50,000, $24 per hour. Dude, what the fuck? You're giving up your life for 50 grand? Oh my god, McDonald's workers make the same shit. I think McDonald's managers make more than that. Dude, honestly, I thought it was going to be like a mid-range 6-figure salary. Why the fuck would you ever agree to do this? You get called in, okay, sure, okay. You get called in like once a year to defuse a bomb. But like still, that's crazy. $50,000, 24. How do they get paid hourly? Like, how does that work? Like, do they only get paid when they're working on defusing a bomb, or like what does that look like? I don't even know.
Climb the ladders. One hesitates for a moment, as if he wants to go back in to get more of the money.
Bro.
Then they jump into the helicopter, bags in hand. And just 30 minutes after hitting the cash depot, they disappear into the morning sky.
So that all happened at like 5 a.m.
When the SWAT team enters the building, the robbers are long gone. Finally, the airlock door in the cash depot opens. The team leader, Yenny, and her colleagues are safe. At the police hangar in Mittinga, the bomb squad is in full swing. They use a water cannon to neutralize the bombs. But there are no explosions
I didn't know that's how
and
they
no
did that.
smoke. As the special unit approaches,
faked
they
out?
find 2 very wet plastic boxes with lights attached. They fell for dummies.
Nah.
Meanwhile,
Hey,
about a
better
kilometer
safe than
away,
sorry though, bro.
firefighters are putting out a small roadside fire at a bus stop. In the ashes, they find remains of a mask, gloves, a hatchet, a canister, and a lighter.
Wow.
Around 6 a.m.
All that survived? That fire was going for a while. R6 diffuser. Bro, that fire was going for a while. I'm surprised. How did the gloves stay intact? Like, maybe the canister because it's like plastic, but everything else though? I mean, even the hatchet, how does that not burn up? That fire was burning for like an hour at a minimum hour.
People in nearby towns spot an object in the sky. A small white helicopter flying unusually low and slow over the forests. Not a single light is on.
Bro, this is so stealthy.
The robbers
of that
land in a
ascot.
forested park.
This is aura.
They take everything with them, leaving only a GPS device and a few cable ties behind. Investigators find the helicopter about 2 hours later. They learn it was stolen from a flight school about 70 kilometers northeast of Stockholm just after 4 a.m.
Dude, these guys are
Manhunt is underway this morning.
As the country wakes up, the heist dominates the news. A reward of about 900...
How before because they're probably going to reveal it, how long do you guys think something like this takes to plan? Like, if I was planning a robbery, which I don't know why I would be, but if I ever was, minimum I'm planning that shit for like a year. And like, I feel like a lot of robberies are planned over like 5 years, which I think is crazy. Like, how much planning do you really need? Like, at a certain point, I just feel like 5 years is a lot. Like, what information could they have been waiting on for 5 years? I don't know. $1,000
is offered for information on the robbers. The next day, the Swedish police still have no suspects,
$50,000, bro?
despite the
They
fact
stole
that they
millions.
knew about the planned helicopter heist long before it happened.
Wait,
A
they
month
knew
before
about
the
it?
heist, Swedish police receive a warning from Serbia's intelligence service. A crew of international thieves is planning to strike. Serbian police even share specifics. A helicopter is to be used. 3 robbers will carry out the job, backed by a group of around 20
How the fuck
people.
do they know this?
The chopper will land on the roof of a multi-story building. The crew will blast their way inside and in under 5 minutes grab the
Alright, nah,
equipment.
this is cap. I'm calling cap. The Serbian police or whatever police that was informing them, this is cap. There's no way they knew this was going to happen, dude. No chance. You're telling me they knew exactly what they were going to do, what building, like how it was a multi-story building. Like, come on, bro. I mean, we are capping.
Of roughly $13 million. The whole thing will go down by September 16 at the latest. If not, the
If they
plan will be
knew, they
called
would have
off.
just protected everything.
The Swedish police put security measures in place. The public prosecutor authorizes phone surveillance of 2 suspects. As a precaution, police helicopters are moved from Ittinga to a safe location. For the planned break-in, the police identify the most likely target, the Panaxia cash depot in Bromma, in western Stockholm. The second most likely target, the G4S depot in Västberga. For 4 weeks, authorities remain on high alert, reinforcing their task forces during the nights around September 16. But then, nothing happens. In Bromma or in Västberga.
Okay, there's gonna be like some crazy like triple plot twist with this one. It's gonna be like the robbers knew and then like they faked him out, but then faked him out again. I don't even know. I feel like the storyline is so twisted. I don't know who's double crossing who here.
So the police end the special operation, and the police helicopters move back to Mittinga. That's not the only vulnerability the robbers exploit. In the early 2000s, Sweden sees a string of robberies. The companies hit hardest are the ones that run cash
like
depots.
the best? Oh, sorry. Isn't Sweden like the best place to live in? Is that not true? Isn't like Sweden like ranked #1 with like the kindest people and the best economy and all that stuff? I don't know.
They're
Could've
looking for
sworn they
help,
were, though.
including from the government. As early as 2005, a security company urged the government to place all cash depots and similar facilities under state protection. A formal review followed and ran for 3 years, but the Ministry of Defense took no action. Because the authorities never classified these facilities as protected sites, virtually anyone can access the building's blueprints.
What? Why would they be able to do that? What? How does that make any sense? Imagine if this shit was in the US, bro. You guys want to know how many bank robberies there'd be in the US if we could if it was just public knowledge, the floor plans of everything? That's what I was going to say, because like when they were showing clips of like the robbers robbing the bank, like they just knew everything. Like, they knew like to blow up that or like get rid of that glass pane. Like it's just very oddly specific. And that's why I was wondering. This is what I'm saying. Like something like has got to be something, or someone has got to be in on it, or they have to have like previous knowledge or something.
Floor plans of the roofs and facades, staircases and windows, everything neatly documented level by level.
That's crazy.
A Swedish news outlet later asked G4S whether the company had attempted to make the Vesberga building plans confidential. G4S didn't respond.
Why
But
is
by
not
then,
just like
it didn't matter.
worldwide law
The money
that
was
all
gone.
bank plans
so were the
should
thieves.
be confidential or anything to
But
do
they
with
didn't
government?
vanish without a trace. In fact, they left quite a bit behind. The burned remains at the bus stop in Mittinga, for example, the cable ties used to secure the ladders to the helicopter, the sledgehammer that smashed the glass roof, including bloodstains. Because the heist was so meticulously
Bloodstains?
planned, police believe the masterminds must have had military training.
No shit, dude. This is like SEAL Team 6 type shit going on here. This is like, I don't even know, like, this is National Guard level shit. Like, literally the IMF carried this job out. Like, this is a goated ass robbery.
In all of Sweden, only a small circle of people could be capable of pulling off a coup like this. Thanks to the warning from Serbia, the Swedish police started surveilling this circle in time. Now they're sitting on a mountain of data, calls, texts, pages upon pages of logs. One of the people under surveillance is a man called Goran Bojovic, a 38-year-old Swede with parents from Montenegro. Until recently, he worked as a construction contractor. According to Serbian wiretaps, he was recently in contact with a childhood friend, Milan Zevo, who made a career in a completely different...
Bro, this is actually straight out of a movie. Did they make a movie after this? Because, like, this just reminds me of, like, a movie I've seen before. It's always, like, the guy, like, recruits his childhood best friend, then he gets his friend and all that stuff. Like, bro, this is textbook, like, Ocean's 11 shit.
...different field, the Stockholm Mafia. Zevo has since relocated to...
Bro, our mafia's real, guys. Listen, I know, like, people joke about them and whatnot, like, oh, I'm in the mafia or whatever. Are they actually real, dude? I know they used to be, like, the New York Mafia and the Italian Mafia, or the Italian mob or whatever. Are they still a thing, dude? Like, is there such a thing as a modern day mob, or not mob, what are they called? The mafia? Is there any such thing as that, dude? There's no way. Like, how do you even get to be a part of the mafia? Like, is there some, like, sort of initiation? Like, is it like frat hazing where you gotta, like, do the elephant walk? If you know, you know, bro. If you know, you know.
Serbia's capital,
Don't look
Belgrade.
it up, though. Don't be curious.
In 2009, Bojovic traveled to Belgrade multiple times to meet Zevo. According to the wiretap, Bojovic handed over large sums of money during these visits. Swedish police realized that Bojovic is asking Zevo for help. At the end of August, the two speak on the phone. You know what? I called a school here and asked how much it costs to learn it. 15,000 euros. Bojovic wants to learn to fly a helicopter. Zevo shuts the idea down. Pilot training would take way too long. So Bojovic starts looking into another solution. It's September 2, 3 weeks before the heist. Bojovic is in his car, driving toward Hepsholmen, the small island in Stockholm. It has a museum right on the waterfront. Bojovic is here to meet these two men. They've been waiting for him. He walks up to them and sits down between them. Just a few meters away, a woman walks her dog. Her real job is to observe Goran Bojovic. She can't hear exactly...
Bro, it's so crazy to me how, like, and you only really see it in movies, like, you never really realize it. It's, like, happening in real life every single day. But, like, the government agencies like this shit, like, sending spies, dude, I would not be able to keep my cool, bro. I'm telling you, if I was a government spy and I was, like, sent on this mission to spy on these guys, I'd be, like, you know, obviously, like, fake walking my dog. Dude, I'd just be, like, giggling. I would just be giggling and, like, looking at him and, like, staring at him and, like, giving him looks. I don't know, dude. I couldn't take this job seriously. And, like, I feel like I would just be so obvious. I think that's another thing that, like, you don't think about a lot is, like, when you're given, like, a mission like that, it's, like, and you have to be, like, you know, you have to get information, like, observe them and not, like, make it, like, too obvious, like, you're staring at them. I don't know. Hard job, bro.
What the men are saying. She can only keep an eye on them. The three chat for about 5 minutes with Bojovic doing most of the talking. Then, handshakes. One man walks with Bojovic to his car while the other gets into a Peugeot and drives off.
Peugeot? What does that mean?
On September 28, 5 days after the heist, the police and a Swedish court announced that 6 suspects have been arrested. One of the suspects is Goran Bojovic. Searching his apartment, investigators found a bag containing about 118,500 kroner.
Okay.
Roughly.
Yeah, it was him, bro. Listen, imagine it wasn't him. Bro's just got a fucking duffel bag full of money. He's good. How does he only have 15,000 though? I feel like that's not a lot. If he was the one that, like, masterminded this whole thing, I feel like he should get more of a cut. Dude, this is like the kind of cut your homie gives you at GTA when you're doing the heist. He's like, yeah, like, I'll probably take, like, 80%. You probably get 20. Peugeot is a car company which is used in Europe. Oh. Europe, bro. Europe.
$15,000 at the time. He's believed to have put the team together.
Yeah.
Another man is arrested at Orlando Airport just before he can escape to the Canary
Is that Sal from Impractical Jokers? Oh, my God.
Islands. The press nicknames him Flicked, which means escape in Swedish.
That's a tough
His real
Xbox
name is
username.
Alexander
Like
Eriksson.
Siege.
He's a TV producer who runs in high society circles with Swedish celebrities. He's even rumored to be in contact with the Prime Minister.
Oh my God, stop it. This is cap. They got the wrong guys, bro. Why would a TV producer like that who has all these connects do something like this? If I had a bunch of rich friends that were just like millionaires, billionaires, dude, I would just ask like once a month for like 10K and they'd probably give it to me, I feel, if we were like that close of friends. Like there's no reason for a TV producer to be robbing a bank, dude.
Between October and December, police arrest 7 more men accused of helping plan or taking credit in the heist.
Holy big
One
team.
of them is believed to have planted the fake bombs.
That's
His DNA is
13
found in the
people so
remains
far.
of the gloves and the lighter. In January, investigators identified the man who carried the submachine gun. The police
How?
already know him. His name is Zada Kadun,
How can you
and this was
tell?
his second armed robbery. Back in 2000, he and a gang stole invaluable art from the Swedish National Museum. He was caught and served 2 years in prison. Now he's been caught again.
Wow. You actually have nuts of titanium to do something like that. I mean, I guess if you're already caught and you have nothing to your name and just like nothing going for you, I would rob a bank. Fuck. If I was ever homeless, here's my take on being homeless. And this is going to sound crazy, so don't cancel me for it. If I was homeless, bro, and I was like on the streets begging for money, I would just like attempt to rob a bank. And if it didn't work out, it didn't work out. I don't know. And then, like, what's the worst? I get thrown in prison and now I got a roof over my head. I mean, sure, I'm eating absolute slop for all my meals. And I think the only like argument against my argument for homelessness is the fact that you lose all your free will, which sucks. Like, it's like, would I rather be homeless and have free will and just go wherever I want and like do whatever? Or would I rather live in a jail cell? I don't know. It's like, it's low-key tough to think about. Like, it's such a weird, like, because I pray to God never have to be in that situation ever. But it is a thing a lot of people go through. So let me know what you guys think if you're watching on YouTube right now. Twitch chat, YouTube chat, TikTok chat, let me know.
In July 2010, the public prosecutor presses charges. While the 10 arrests are seen as a major success for the investigation, authorities believe there must have been more people involved behind the scenes.
Yeah.
For over 10
100%.
months, the police gather evidence and interview witnesses. 50 investigators work the case full-time. By now, they have a clear picture of how much the robbers managed to steal. Almost 40 million kroner, about $5 million at the time. That's how they managed to get away by helicopter.
It's crazy that they
Not
have all
taking
that
too
in just a
much.
safe, dude.
Just under a year after the robbery, the 10 men stand trial. 5 of them are accused of being directly involved in the heist. The other 5 face charges of aiding and
You
abetting.
guys think they clutch up?
The public prosecutor is confident there's enough evidence to convict all of them. But the men deny the charges. Take Alexander Eriksson, the TV
You guys, before they reveal it, do you guys think these guys clutch up? You think they beat the case? Lil Tech, or not Lil Tech, Tay-K type shit? Might beat the case, do the race, or whatever, however the song goes. I don't know.
producer. He's accused of flying the helicopter on the night of the heist. No way, he insists. His DNA in the stolen helicopter? That's easily explained, he says. After all, the chopper was stolen from the flight school he's been a member of for 15 years. The undercover officer
Oh. You're fucked. That's actually so fucked. You've been a member at the flight school for 15 years? I swear to God I didn't do anything. A helicopter missing? I promise you it wasn't me, sir. Like, bro, it's over.
at the museum clearly identifies him as the man in the suit at the meeting with Boyevich. Eriksson admits he was at the meeting. And yes, he talked to Boyevich.
Why would you
But
admit
about
that?
wind power, since Boyevich works in construction. He claims to have an alibi, too. On the night of the heist, he was involved in a car accident. But there's a problem.
Stop.
An hour after the supposed accident, he's spotted at a local McDonald's, about a 30-minute walk from where the helicopter was later found.
You rob a bank, and then you go to your local McDonald's. I mean, what the fuck are you doing? Robbery just tired him out, got him all hungry, had to go get a McChicken. Also, why is that McDonald's worker in a suit? Do they like... Yo, dude, Sweden, I gotta go visit Sweden or like live in Sweden. It looks like the land of just candy, jolly, sunshine and rainbow land. Why is everyone so nice and so well dressed and so well mannered? I mean, besides the robbers, I don't know.
Surveillance footage shows Eriksson calmly ordering breakfast just before 7 a.m. How did he get from a car crash in central Stockholm to a McDonald's in the suburbs? The prosecution is convinced that 2 of the other defendants staged the crash to give him an alibi. Surprisingly, one of them, Zadok, admits his involvement. Investigators found his blood on multiple pieces of evidence.
This is so interesting.
The other defendants continue to deny any involvement in the heist. But after just 18 days of trial, 7 of the 10 defendants are convicted. Alexander Eriksson and Zadok are each sentenced to 7 years in prison for armed robbery. The other 5 defendants are found guilty of aiding, abetting, and protecting criminals, including Goran Bojovic, who also goes to prison. Before the trial, they were seen as daring, clever crooks. None of them were elite soldiers in the Balkan Wars, as was speculated. But the trial stripped them of their mystique. They turned out to be nothing more than a ragtag group of violent criminals.
Dude, I'll say for a ragtag group of violent criminals, which I think is a crazy understatement, these guys were pretty good. Like, I don't know if the Fern guy who made this video is like glazing their team, but like the way he described them doing everything and how smart they were in their plans, solid plan, dude. Great execution. I feel like they probably just could have burned the helicopter. I think that was where they messed up. They probably could have burned the helicopter or like gasolined at least the inside of it. I don't know if the whole thing would have burned, but I think they could have done something with that, and I think they would have been fine. Because, like, I don't know. I think they got, like, the evidence from the inside of the helicopter. So I feel like they do that, and they might walk free. I don't know.
After the heist, heated debate broke out in Sweden over how such attacks could be prevented in the future. Trade unions spoke out. Handling cash creates a dangerous work environment for employees. So, for their protection, maybe they should just get rid of it. According to a report from the banking union, 1 in 4 retail workers had already been a victim of a robbery, some multiple times.
Wow, 1 in 4?
And according to an anti-cash lobby group,
that's a lot.
2 out of every 3 Swedish kroner in circulation was actually unreported money. The helicopter heist in Vesberga contributed to a shift in thinking.
Why is Sweden like low-key full of crime? 2 out of 3, so 2/3 of their money wasn't reported money. There's no way that's. I mean, fuck, I'll believe them, but it's like there's no way. No way.
Over time, cash gradually disappeared from daily life. Sweden was the first country in Europe to print paper money back in 1661. About 350 years later, it was one of the first to start abandoning it. The number of robberies in Sweden dropped.
I think we got some like Scooby-Doo mystery on our hands here. Money is disappearing, robberies taking place. I mean, what's really going on over in Sweden? What's really going on, bro?
Dramatically. In 2008, there were over 100. By 2016, it was down to just 2. Today, many shops only accept cashless payment. Theft happens online now. In 2025, the Swedish Central Bank reported that Sweden and Norway had the least cash in circulation relative to their economies of any countries in the world. But some cash is still around, and someone somewhere has quite a lot of it, because the money from the Vesberga heist was never recovered.
Stop! The ball finally gets dropped. They didn't recover any of the monies, dude. So someone out there, someone from that team didn't get caught and nobody snitched on them. Or they're just hiding the money. Dude, if I completed a robbery for $10 million and all I had to do was wait in prison for 7 years, I mean, the thing is like, I would have to be the only one who knows where that money is. So maybe I take that back because I feel like somebody else would steal it or take it or something. I don't know. Damn. Hey, chat. Bank heist the century. I thought that was actually a good plan. I will say, final remark. I feel like the reason why Sweden like was getting robbed a lot, I feel like because Sweden's always known as like this like maybe it's a different country I'm thinking of. I don't know. Like Sweden's always like so nice and kind and everyone thinks it's just sunshine and rainbows over there. So like they don't have like security and stuff like that. Like and they just I feel like it's a canon event for every country. Like you gotta like go through that shit and like oh like okay we're actually gonna get robbed, so now we gotta get all the security and stuff like that and all these measures. So yeah If you guys enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like on it as well as subscribed. And if you guys want to watch any one of my long form videos that I've already created, I'm going to leave those right over here. And if you guys haven't already hit that subscribe button, I'm going to leave that right up here. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning into the video today, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.